Welcome to CallumConnects, 5-minute entrepreneurial inspiration for your day. Our guest today on CallumConnects Micro-Podcast is Ginni Saraswati. Ginni is the founder of Ginni Media. Ginni now makes it her mission to support and foster different and diverse voices. At Ginni Media, she works with brand authorities, entrepreneurs, and Fortune 500 companies like Condé Nast and Siemens.
A hurdle I have faced as an entrepreneur is holding myself accountable to walking my talk. One thing that I encourage at my team is to rest, to take that time to sharpen your blade, to take that time to recharge, to relax, to really enjoy and lean into why we do what we do, which is we want to cultivate a life of freedom, of fun. We want to be supported. We want to be encouraged, and we want to be thriving into the life that we want to create for ourselves. So in order to do that, we need to, one, rest. We also need to integrate, and we also need to allow ourselves the space and the time to lean into what we value. And that for me has been a huge hurdle because I, like a lot of us, get caught up in the day-to-day operations. My attention is pulled left, right, and center. As a CEO, you're switching hats from firefighter to operations person to counselor to mentor to friend to confidant. There's all these different hats we have to wear. And sometimes we're caught up in that motion or that day-to-day stuff that we actually forget to be still and to lean back into why we're doing what we're doing. And that is to create financial freedom. That's to make impact. That's to make a difference on the world. So that is something that, it sounds easy to hold yourself to be accountable to that, but that involves actively carving out time in your schedule to have that integration time. It involves taking that space and being able to say no to those meetings that are going to impede upon those non-negotiables for you. There's a lot of self-accountability that I hold myself accountable to. And I'm also very transparent with my team when I failed to hold myself accountable. I've always called myself the stumbling student, and I think that is something I will perpetually be, especially in my life as an entrepreneur, because I stumbled to create the company that I have now. It was purely through stumbling that I created Ginni Media. I built this company as a side hustle from the spare bedroom I was living at in my sister's place. I was working a day job at an aerospace company, and I was working there from 2:30 p.m. to 11 o'clock at night. So before that time, I would be working on a podcast, be creating show notes, be delegating the artwork. And when I'd finish at 11 o'clock, I'd get home and I'd be on client calls till 2 a.m. and wake up, rinse and repeat. So there's a lot of things that I have done in my life where I've stumbled into something. And that's the thing about stumbling. It means you're actually trying to do something. You're taking action. And even though you're stumbling forward. And you pick yourself up, you walk, you may stumble again, but you're moving forward. And I think that it's important to be transparent about that, because I think any entrepreneur will know that growth or scaling or success in any kind of business or concept, when you want to make such an impact or create something that hasn't been modeled for you before, it takes time, it takes patience, and it's never a straight line.
If you enjoy learning from entrepreneurs, just do a search for CallumConnects in Google. I've done deep dive interviews with more than 1,500 entrepreneurs and business leaders so that you can learn from them.